Hey trainers, Poke Dad here along with the Dancing Bear at first base.
Okay, Chef, onto it.
And here on the Pokemon Deck Check, we have a Worlds Tournament report and a Nashville Open Tournament report. So, here's the Worlds deck you used. And kind of go over, first of all, a little bit about the deck, Caden. And then why you selected it. And then you can kind of go card by card.
Alright, so starting it off with the Pokemon, there's two of the Duskmane Necrozmas, the baby ones. And this is the set up the numbers with the Stakataka's attack, his Gigaton Stomp, or even with the Naganado's attack, the Beast Raid. So he's really good at the very beginning, and once he gets knocked out, or the other one, you can pull up the big Duskmane Necrozma, and then you can use Sun's Eclipse GX to do that attack once you power it up with max elixirs and all that. And once it's powered up and you do the GX attack, then you can do Meteor Tempest for your other prizes. So then once you're down to two prizes, you can use your Beast Rings to set up a Stakataka and your Naganados to take the last two prizes of the game. So that kind of goes over the Pokemon line. Just that little baby sets up everything pretty much in this deck. And the Naganados are really great for the Buzzwole decks where you just want to go in hard with Naganadel. And then two Lele's just for setup. You don't really want to have too many on the bench or start with it. Then going on to items, 3 Beast Rings. That's for once your little Duskmane and your big Duskmane get knocked out. You have Beast Rings to set up Stakataka or even a Sting GX depending on the situation. And then 2 Field Blowers. This is to help you get rid of the Parallel Cities, the Wishful Batons, and all the other tool cards. Garbotoxin doesn't really affect it, so that's not really one of them. 4 Max Elixirs is to help set up your early game Duskmane GX or your early game Stakataka, kind of in those awkward stages where you don't have enough to Beast Ring. Then 2 Super Odds. It's you want to shuffle in a lot of your pieces back, so if they Guzma up your Duskmane, the big one, and they get a knockout on it, then you can shuffle it all back, use Ultra Space, grab it back out, Beast Ring onto it, and then you're ready to do Sun's Eclipse GX. So 2 Super Odds work out really good. 4 Ultra Ball for every deck's reason for playing 4 Ultra Ball just to get your Pokemon. 3 Ultra Space, good for bouncing Stadium and amazing for grabbing Pokemon. 1 Copycat, this is kind of an interesting card that we teched in for the Zoroark matchup because they're trading so much, getting so many cards in their hand. You're able to Copycat for a whole bunch of cards. Then 2 Cynthias, this is your shuffle draw. 4 Guzmas to help end the game. 4 is, I would never go down to 3. Then 3 in, shuffle draw, you're kind of going down in prizes with the baby Duskmane, so use N. 3 Sycamore for when you get N down to low hand, or if you have just Lele, you can Lele, grab Sycamore, or just have Sycamore in your hand, Sycamore away. Get fresh 7 cards. 3 Choice Bands, this is really important for hitting the 210 numbers with the baby Duskmane, and it's also good for Naganadel to one-shot the big Buzzwoles. It's also great for Stakataka with the Beast Energy Choice Band, you're able to one-shot the Lele's. Then 3 Float Stones, this is to give the deck mobility. And so if you start with Stakataka, you can attach Float, retreat into Baby, and then start doing the 60 snipe. 1 Beast Ring for, there's really no reason why not to, except for you can miss it with Max Elixir. 10 Energies, this is, in my opinion, the perfect amount. So you can hit your Max Elixirs, you can Super Rod it back, and you are playing quite a lot in play. So 10 is a really good amount.
Okay, so we're clear on the strategy. You want to go in with the baby Duskmane, and you want to force them to knock out one, if not both of them. Hopefully you don't prize the other, but you want to force them to take 2 prizes off these little babies. In doing that, that activates B string, and you can go in hard with the Dustmane. He's going to take 4 prizes, okay? Because in combination with the Stakataka, his Ultra Wall ability, they're not going to be able to one-shot the Dustmane Necrozma more than likely. So he's going to survive, and that's been the biggest problem with the Dustmane decks is he gets one-shot fairly easily in this format. And so a way to beef him up that's not fighting Fury Belt, that's not a Field Blower susceptible, was ideal. So you force him to take the 2 prizes with the baby Dustmane, power up your big Dustmane, or even Stakataka, and hopefully you've set up 60 and 60, or even with a choice band 90 and 90 somewhere, and then the 120 gets you to the 210. So that was our reasoning behind the 2 baby in conjunction with the Stakataka and the Dustmane. Naganadel, he was there just mainly for the Buzzwall matchup. We knew there was going to be a lot of Buzzwall Lycanroc or even the Buzz Shrine deck. And Naganadel deals with both those decks fairly easily because Shrine's not doing any damage because of Ultra Wall. So you actually have a really good matchup against both Buzzwall variants. And yeah, everything else is pretty much straightforward. You'll notice most lists play Max Potion. We've tried that, and it's not as good. We didn't find as much success as we did with Max Elixir in our testing. But from the tournament report you're about to hear, yeah, we pretty much fell flat on our butt, right?
Yep.
All right, so going into Worlds, we thought there would be a lot of Zorogarb, which this deck, it is a tough matchup. But we felt confident. Well, we played maybe 100 games of that matchup.
Played a lot. So
we felt confident with our strategy going into that matchup, right?
Yeah.
And then the Buzzwall, what we found is as long as you chase down the Rockruffs, Buzzwall can't deal with Naganadel or Stakataka. So you just chase down the Rockruffs, deal with the Lycanroc, and you're good, right? So we figured there would be a lot of Buzzwall, Lycanroc. We figured lots of Zorogarb. This is a tough matchup for Rayquaza, but we didn't feel like a lot of people were going to be playing it. And it's a deck that kind of loses to itself depending on what it mills in the with its ability, right?
Yeah. Or what it sycamores away.
So we felt good about the matchups going into this. So let us know how things went for you.
Went 1-3.
1-3, and then dropped because there was no way you could make day 2.
Yep.
First round, off to a terrible, terrible start.
Played against Hoopa.
The lone Hoopa in the senior division of day 1 of Worlds, right?
Yep.
Why would anyone play Hoopa when
Baby Buzz is
everywhere. When there's Trash Lance everywhere, because they're all running Max Elixirs and stuff like that to power up the Hoopa. There's Trash Lance everywhere from the Zorogarb. There's Baby Buzzes from either the Shrine deck or Buzzwall Lycanroc, or people in like the Zororox are taking in Baby Buzz. Hoopa cannot defeat Baby Buzz, and so. It was funny is I actually asked Caden, I was like, what if you run into a Hoopa, you're just going to take the auto loss? And Caden was like, yeah, no one's going to be playing Hoopa. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, no one's going to be playing Hoopa. And sure enough, round 1, Hoopa. So that just started everything, like straight down the toilet.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then from there, it just spiraled out of control.
I won 1, and then it spiraled out of control.
So... very, very bad day for the Stakataka. Stakataka.
Somebody at World started chanting that out.
And
whenever one of the kids was coming, he had a stack of plush. It was for the VGC. He just started yelling, Stakataka.
It was pretty funny. It was good stuff. But this deck, don't waste your time.
Found a way better option.
from what you explained to me, is you just had way too many dead hands, right?
Yeah.
Just in top deck mode almost every game, not getting supporters. And that never really happened in our testing, so I'm not sure what happened.
There's 9 supporters.
I don't know. I still don't have an explanation how in our testing it did so good. I mean, we spent 2 months dialing this deck in, and all our testing, you can go back and watch all our videos of this deck's a little different in our testing videos, but that was just early stages, and then we just refined.
It's kind of weird that the deck was 6 draw supporters and no Zork was more consistent than 9 draw supporters.
I can't explain it, folks.
Really know that one.
I mean, we put in so much work with this deck. 2 months.
And then the next deck we just...
I'm talking...
a couple hours.
Like, at least 700 to 800 games with this list. And so, if we knew it was going to dead draw, then we would have picked something else. So, I don't know what happened. I do not have an explanation. Caden, do you have an explanation of why?
Every single game I got in down to 1. Or in to 2. And it just hurt.
So, and yeah, and we thought about putting a Rangaroo. But I mean, even when you were in down to, the thing is even when you're in down to 1 or 2, your deck should be so thin with the 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Max Elixirs, Ultra Space, grabbing stuff, B-String to pull energy out. I mean, your deck should be nothing but supporters. And we noticed that in testing, and we even thought about putting in the Rangaroo. But honestly, in our testing, we didn't need it. I mean, you were able to thin so much that the late game end didn't bother you.
It would sometimes bother.
So, but anywho, live and learn. This deck is trash.
We've lived and learned twice.
So don't. Yeah, this is our
second failure.
Boston. We tried to play Landorus Manectric to counter what we thought was going to be the meta, and it was just bad.
Played against Clink Clank.
And then then in San Francisco we play
Trevenant,
and we rocked it there.
Day 2.
And then we try this, and it just falls flat, straight on its butt. So, don't bother copying the list. Save yourself some time.
But
I
think you should copy this one.
So we failed. And let me clarify. I keep using the word we, and this is a team effort. And I'm going to make a video because one of the big time players had a hot poke opinion about parents using the term we with their kids. About, we didn't win. The kid, did good or won or made top 8 or whatever. And that's wrong, folks.
I agree that it's a we situation.
We went to the Worlds, okay? Mm-hmm. Poke Dad pays to go for the Worlds. Poke Dad pays for the cards. If Poke Dad doesn't do all this stuff, if Poke Dad doesn't help test and build decks and do all this stuff and get him to the tournaments, then there is no we did well. It's a team effort. But that'll be another video for another time. All right, so we did terrible at Worlds, so we regrouped. So we got back. We dropped quick because we knew that we wanted to play in the Open, and we weren't sure what deck. We had 2 in mind, either Zorgarb or this, and we were kind of nervous about this because I had only been working on it for about a week.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't 100% confident in the list, and we actually posted a video on it. And since then, we spent 7 hours, 8 hours, just refining the list. We got back to the hotel at like 2:30. At like 12:30, we filled out the deck list. So like we spent 8 hours straight just fine tuning the list.
I wouldn't say 8 hours. I think that was actually too much because we still had to go back to the venue and register, which failed, and then we went to go eat and stuff. So it was
you could do it online. I didn't realize that you could do it online. I thought you had to be there in person to wait in line or something.
So I'd say we probably tested 5 to 6 hours.
So we got there and they told us, no, you register online. So we were like, okay, all right. So then we got something to eat and went back to the hotel. And what did you decide to play?
Buzzwall with Macargo.
Buzzwall, Macargo. And let me tell you,
6-2.
this
I think that kind of speaks for itself.
Is a mirror match destroyer right here. If you want to counter Buzzwall and you're worried about the mirror match kind of against just the Buzzwall Lycanrocs, this is your deck, folks. Even though it sucks that the format's over with, that it's going to be post-rotation. But if you were to play against Buzzwall Lycanroc, this is the deck to take because this destroys the mirror match. 4 of your games were against Buzzwall Lycanroc?
Yeah.
And, yeah, so... And you went 4-0 against them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, your only loss... We'll talk about it. What were your losses?
A Zorogarb and... I can't remember the other one.
Zorogarb, I'm trying to write. Was it against a Naganadel deck?
I don't remember.
Anywho.
It could have.
Or it could have been another Zorogarb or something. Alright, so, anywho. Zorogarb beat it. Yeah, because remember they got to go first on the coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
This deck, like the other Buzzwall Lycanrocs, it comes down to a coin flip. What we found from our testing is if the Buzzwall player goes first, then it's a blowout. If the Zorogarb player wins the coin toss and goes first, it's a close game, but it's slightly favor in the Buzzwall player as long as they don't have any hiccups getting set up. So, real quickly, we got the Oranguru for Instruct in conjunction with Smooth Over from Macargo. How great was that?
It was super good. A lot of my players are like, you running the Scorched Earth in it? And I'd tell them no, and that I only ran the Oranguru with Instruct and Professor Kukui, and they were kind of shocked from that.
Our original list ran Scorched Earth, but like I said in our testing, Scorched Earth wasn't needed. So this is why you'll notice that it actually has Brooklet Hill. It has 2 Brooklet Hills to help get set up. And it also has 2 nest balls so you can grab your slugs or the Oranguru. Nothing crazy on the Buzzwall line, 3-2. We like that better than a 4-1.
Yeah.
Because Buzzwall's actually really good late game in this deck. After you use a couple babies and then maybe a Lycanroc and then go in with Buzzwall. That way they have to take 7 prizes. Right?
If you can set up the Dangerous Rogue and another Buzzwall, and you have like your Mini Buzz active, then you're set up super good for the game.
I guess the things that stand out in this list is, for the viewers, is there's no Max Elixir. And so it's kind of dicey to power up for a Dangerous Rogue, but you'll find with the Smooth Over, you can grab whatever you need to slow them down, like an Enhanced Hammer, or you can grab your Field Blower to slow them down. One Acerola, how great was the Acerola?
It was super good in the mirror match, and that's pretty much why it was there. And if a Zoroark ever hit just for that 120 and they were short, then you can just Acerola scoop that all up.
Being able to find with Smooth Over your Beast Energy, a Strong, the Acerola, a Choice Band, or a Float Stone,
Or even a Professor Kukui for
or
next
even
turn.
use the Kukui to allow you to hit better numbers in conjunction with like a sledgehammer plus strong or the beast energy choice band kukui plus the Diancie. Your numbers get up there pretty quick. So
I think another thing that stands out is the 2 nest balls, and that was super good in the mirror match because you were able to get a better setup than your opponent and kind of outspeed them.
Yep.
It also gives you access to grab a Rangaroo or Slugma with it, which was also super good.
Now, going into the Open, based on what was being played at the Masters level and even at the Seniors level, we knew Buzzwole Lycanroc was going to be everywhere, right?
Yeah, Buzzwole was just the meta.
And so this deck, like I said, is the Buzzwole mirror match killer right here. It's designed perfectly. They might get their max elixirs and all that, but you're able to remove Strongs, Beast Ring when you need them, Field Blower when you need it. That's the difference. Is with the normal Buzzwole Lycanroc decks, you have to hope to Abyssal Hand into them, you know?
Yeah.
Where this, whatever you need, you get it right then.
Oh yeah, there's also no Octillery in this list.
No Octillery, got the Macargo, got the Instruct, or Kukui.
Opponents actually found that strange. There was one game where I was playing, and I didn't get a chance to put down the Slugma and Macargo because Slugma got prized. So when I was shuffling, and then I got a mulligan, I had Macargo in my hand, and it's really surprised them that I had Macargo in the list. And it wasn't a Bessel hand from Octillery.
So yeah, this deck's really good. Would you take it to Worlds? If you had to do it over again, would you play this or something else going into day 1 of Worlds?
I would play that, and I think I'd play the exact 60 card list.
Okay. It's really good, folks. And you got top 16 out of 175 kids at the Open.
Not top 16, but exact 16.
So top 16 out of 175 seniors
just
with
bubbled,
this list.
Just bubbled out of day 2. They were only taking the top 14.
So.
Tragic.
So here's what we got. Please enjoy, and you can't really try it out because the format's changing, but look for this to evolve into the current standard new rotation format because it is good. From this list, you basically just lose Strong, you lose Sycamore,
Floatstone, in.
You lose Floatstone, you lose in, but
and I think that's it.
There's possibilities with that card. So yeah, it loses some stuff, but it's far from over, right?
Yeah, it could have lost way more.
All right, so that's our Worlds and Nashville Open report. We have some upcoming Worlds videos that we took while we were there to share with everybody. It was a lot of fun. Nashville was awesome.
We'll also be showing where Worlds is going to be next year.
Showing where Worlds is going to be. Then we'll show, what else we got on there? Some new games and a new card. We'll do another video on the new cards that they're coming out with. But just as a quick tease, it's Pikachu and Zekrom.
If you don't know what that means.
The deck's going to be built around Pikachu and Zekrom. So look forward to that coming soon. And until next time, be excellent to each other.
Party on, dudes.